Hey guys, what is up? So, welcome to a new episode of the podcast, The John Show. I just wanted to stop by real quick before we get everything going and say like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching and enjoy this clip. And I'll see you guys on the other side. I had 0 batteries left and I got that one take. One hit, one bit. Don't eat bats, damn it.
Zurn Industries continues to innovate as a company in order to adapt to our greener world. The cased miso test is an important part of the maximum performance testing process. Miso paste is a substance devised from soybeans that is used as a replication of an actual solid waste. This test is conducted using 1,000 grams of miso paste along with 4 balls of toilet paper, each 6 sheets in length. The average real-world encounter of solid waste should not exceed 250 grams. However, the maximum performance test requires the larger number to ensure the fixture will meet ANSI standards.
All right, guys, how are you doing? So this is take number 2. So lately on my audio equipment, it's been really shitting the bed. So I don't know if it's the audio equipment or it's the computer, or like I took all the plug outs and I plugged them all back in and I restarted my computer. And the thing is, like, I don't understand what the thing is. Like, I try to promise shoot it and I re-downloaded the whole software system again, thinking that maybe that might be the problem, but it still froze. And it froze like pretty quick. Like I was only about like 4 minutes into the podcast, and then it started freezing. So I don't know. I took out all the plugs and I plugged them back in. I was thinking like maybe there's a short in the connection, so maybe I need to do a full-blown pull out. And normally what I do is I'll open up a new file and I'll do a new project and I'll save it. And this time what I did was I didn't even do anything like that. It's still an unnamed project, and I just started recording and seeing if it worked that way. And so far it's still recording, so I'm thinking that maybe it's something sensitive like that, because the software system that I use is very, very sensitive audio wise. So I've been thinking like, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I've been so fucking flustered with this thing because this is like a 3-week thing that's been going on. Last week when I first did this podcast, my own podcast by myself, I did the whole thing, went to export it, realized the computer froze, and I was like, that's great, that's awesome, I'm so happy that this happened. And then when I did the podcast with Aaron, I was like, we did the whole thing, and then I realized that it froze too. Well, the thing is, like, I still use good audio equipment, so I'm fine on that end. Because I back up, I have 2 audio equipment, so just in case if this does just in case if the main audio equipment shits the bed, I still have audio equipment. And I'm gonna check real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it's still going. So I just wanted to make sure because it froze within like the first like 14 seconds. So we've been going on for a quick minute. So I should hopefully. And the thing is, like, I'm not angry, I'm not upset. I'm just like, God dang it, like, I have to figure out what this damn problem is, because, like, if this is my biggest worry right now, I know Corona's a big thing, and that's everyone's problem. That's everyone's big deal. But, like, if this is, like, the biggest thing that's in my little world, then I think I'm okay. I'm okay. And, you know what the worst thing is? I just trimmed my fingernails today, and the moment you trim your fingernails, you don't realize how much stuff you use with your fingernails. Like scratching your head, or like always, every time after I trim my fingernails, I always have to pick my nose. It's within like the next hour, I'm like, damn it, why did I do that? Now I made this so much harder for myself. I have to blow my nose so much harder. I have to fucking go in there harder, and I have to go into the bathroom and be in there for a while. Then I have to like, and just like shake it out of my nose. Oh, it's just always it's a fucking horrible mess. I hate. This is my life, guys. This is as much. I'm trying to make what normal is now. Like, I'm trying to make. I'm trying to live how I lived prior to the big catastrophe, But yeah, hey guys, what's up? This is John D. Klauser. This is a new episode. This is episode 12 of my podcast. If you guys are here, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm in a big old kerfluffle. It's like, what time? It's 12:08 Monday morning now. I started doing this a little bit later, a little bit while ago, and what happened was that my whole computer froze that I used to edit all my I record my thing. See how I'm so dang flustered. So what's up, guys? How are you doing? So, all right, we're here. We're 4 minutes in. Hopefully we're still recording. Hold on real quick. Maybe this will be like a little bit part of the podcast that is going to be like me going away from the computer. Well, I can walk a little bit with my computer. Okay, I'm good. I can do this. Okay, John, you don't have to be sitting down. Hey, guess what? This is your podcast. You can do whatever you want with it, can't you? All right, guys, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing swell. And I swear to God, are you serious? Now my battery's about to fucking die. Dude, everything about today has gone wrong. Everything about this podcast, nothing about this. I wanted to do this podcast early and get this done so I didn't have to worry about it later on in the week. I could just get it over with and then just keep on going. Nope. That's not how it's going to work. That's not how this episode is going to work. Not at all. So this one might be a little bit short. So I'm just going to go until the battery dies. And then when the battery dies, that's going to be the podcast. When it starts blinking. And if I can get this done, I can get this done. So it might be a little bit shorter than 28 minutes or 30 minutes. So if that's the case, that's where we're at. Welcome to my world, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. This is slowly the breakdown of a man who does a podcast, who does the audio equipment. And the thing is, like, it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. The biggest thing is, like, even if, like, my audio equipment did shit the bed, the worst case scenario is just, like, I can't just go to Guitar Center. And I don't think that place is open right now. Because I would just get a new software system, and that'd be it. I'd be done, over with, and we wouldn't even be worrying about this right now. But we're here, guys. Hope you're doing swell. So, what did I have to talk to you about this week? I guess that's like, where can we start? What can we talk about? The big elephant in the room. Some things are starting to open up. Some things aren't. Some states are doing a slow open. Some are just kind of going all balls to the walls. So I'm located in Kansas City, Missouri, and what we are doing is, like, we did a soft open. My gym is actually one of the places that opened on Friday. Today, right now, it's Monday, the 18th, and we opened up on Friday. When you go in, you have to take your temperature. There's all these signs saying, like, please practice social distancing. And what else? And then, like, there was that many people at the gym, surprisingly. Now I'm thinking that I went the gym closed at 8. I got there at 6. So I'm thinking that maybe the crowd kind of died out by that point, and a lot of the people were just not wanting to or not already done working out for the day, or like a lot of people are still just kind of gun shy with going out and trying to work out, which makes total sense. But then today, driving home from work, I saw a bunch of people walking, I saw a bunch of people walking to the bars, and then I saw a bunch of people outside smoking cigarettes right next to each other. So that was interesting. That made me feel very worried about everything in this world. And right before I started this podcast, my internet went out, and so I am curious if nope. Like, it's fine right now because I'm doing this podcast, or I'm trying to do a podcast. I really would like to get this done, you know what I mean? Because if my audio equipment would just work. And it's like after that, because I would like to listen to something, but if I don't, I can just use my iPod or my iPhone. And then I got an Xbox One. I think I talked about that last episode, but I did get an Xbox One. I have NBA 2K20 and I have Madden 20, which are probably the most funnest games in the world to play. I absolutely love these simple sports games. I just love sports games. I love going and doing the career mode and making a player and just building him up and building him up and building him up and just making him being able to slam dunk or be able to score a bunch of touchdowns. It's fun. It's easy. I don't need to do all that Fortnite stuff. I don't need to do any of that crazy Grand Theft Auto. I don't need to do any of it. All I need to do is just play some Madden and then play some basketball. That's all I got. That's all. I'm a simple person. I actually thought about buying NASCAR, and because I thought it'd be funny just to get a guy to create, if I can create a guy, and then like build a car. And I have no idea anything about racing, or I don't know any way of. I barely know how to make a car go beat people. I know how to change the. Actually, take that back. I know how to change the oil, and I know change brake pads, all that kind of stuff. I know how to do that stuff, but other than that, like really crazy shit, I am like always like, it's probably better if I just go to somebody and have them do it for me. But I thought it'd be funny to get to spill that kind of thing and build a car and just race in the NASCAR circuit and kind of, because it's really crazy because like I didn't know anything about hockey, and I just bought NHL when the 360. And that's how I learned a lot about the hockey stuff, was like the minor league teams and then like the teams throughout the actual league and how many games are in a series, in a playoff series, and all that stuff, was just because I was playing that. And so I would do the same thing with NASCAR and like learn all like the circuit and learn where you drive and how many laps all this stuff is, and then learn how to like, I don't know what else you could learn. I don't know. I guess you could learn some cool stuff because you'd have to like pit stop, and you can totally tell I have no idea anything about this. I'm basing this off of like any race. I was never really into the racing games. My little brothers and stuff like that were more into that, and they played more of the racing games when we had like the Nintendo 64, the 360, the PlayStation, all that stuff. I was more in just always sports games. I just liked building a team. Back then, they didn't have like the career player. What you did was you made like you'd have the franchise, and then you'd either like let go of all the players, and then you'd build up you'd make all your players individually. And so I would make a whole offensive line, a whole defensive line, free safeties, a whole thing like that, running back, quarterback, all that stuff. And then I would just play in the regular as an additional team into the in the NFL, and then I would just play, like have a regular season thing and go to do the playoffs, and as well as the Super Bowl. And that was my thing. And then in basketball, you could create a player and then you just kind of fall in. It's very similar, but it was very elementary in the sense of you just go in and it was just like a guy who's just on the game as it was. There was no storyline. There was no like, you picked it was very elementary in the sense of you picked what college he went to, his number, how tall he was, how much he weighed, that kind of stuff. And then you just kind of build it up by the more games you played, like you'd get points, or the more games you played and the more points you score and stuff like that, you build up points through that way. But I prefer the ones where you start off at like a base number. So like your overall thing is like a 67. So then you have to build up to get a 99. That's your whole goal at the game is, to win Super Bowl or the NBA championship, something like that. And then, but then you give points. So after every game, you get like 500 points. And with that 500 points, you kind of are able to build, you want to make a guy who's really good at 3-pointers versus a guy who's really good at stealing passes. You just do things. I like that one better versus when you play a game and then you score, the 500 points and they just automatically like disperse it throughout the whole player without you being able to really hone in on like certain things you want as your player, because you prefer to play more of as a running quarterback versus a back in the pocket like cannon as a quarterback. But I've been really really happy with the what do you call the graphics of Madden. It's been really awesome. And I'm gonna check my computer real quick. Holy crap, we're still on. Okay, so I don't know what I did, but maybe this is the whole thing I need to start doing now. But anyway, guys, yeah, I've been really enjoying Madden a lot. I think it's too because like I grew up with like the 64, and I remember when when we saw those graphics were off the chain. They were so crazy. Now I see I see Madden now, and I'm like, holy crap! Like this is insane. Like what we were able to do, and only in like 5 more years. You know, they say in like 5 more years everything's gonna be pretty. They like it was Elon Musk just did a podcast with Joe Rogan. He said like in 5 years there's gonna be he's gonna have a technology where you drill a little like a thing into your skull, and then it's going to supposed to be able to help with people that are paralyzed, people who have like diabetes, things that have bad eye vision, those kind of things. Supposedly, allegedly, this is what he says he has, but he's done some cool stuff. So I'm kind of like, bring it, bro. Like, do it. Let's see if you can do it. Let's get to it. But yeah, I just been rambling. The internet's still the internet is down. The fucking computer keeps crashing. Our pets' heads are falling off. It's been a crazy time. I hope you guys are all being safe, still washing your hands, wearing gloves, wearing a mask when you go outside around a bunch of people. I don't think you need to wear one when you drive. I see people doing that, and it's irritating the hell out of me. It's kind of weird because no one else is in the car with you. But I do wonder, though, driving and having the windows down. That's made me worry, but I assume that I'm okay, but I don't do it. I would assume that I'd be okay if I did do it, but I don't. But, it's, guys, we're here. And I'm just kind of like, oh my God, maybe I figured out the Da Vinci Code to not having my computer crash or freeze up. What it does is it just freezes on me, and it'll go and it'll just freeze, and then I'll try to move the mouse and it won't do anything. The whole computer just shits the bed when that happens, and so I have no idea what the problem is. And I really do. I wish I could figure it out. And the thing is, last time I did this, it froze the first time and it worked the second time. And then when I did the podcast with Aaron, we just did it one time and it froze. And so I don't know if I would have if I would have caught it, then we would have been okay. And then we would have just redone it and then it would have been fine. I don't know. I have no clue. It makes me I like to think that it was just something simple as just unplugging cords in, because I don't do that. I unplug the inbox and that's it, and everything else is kind of left in, and I just plug that in. As soon as that's turned on, I go and I do into the program, and then I go. Well, and the battery is about to go red, guys. So I think I only did a 17-minute podcast, and it's gonna be about 19 minutes with the whole thing, so I apologize, guys. But you guys will see me on Thursday with Aaron, and we will do that thing. But please like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I know it's gonna be really short, so maybe it's better this way. It's short, sweet, and to the point. Nothing really got solved here on this episode. Nothing got talked about, really. I talked a little bit about Madden. That's all. I'll write that down. I talked about Madden. I talked about computer crashing, right? Computer crash. The stock market, it's a good time right now if you have a little bit extra money to probably buy something, if you really want to, but you could probably wait for Delta. Delta's at 18, I think, right now. I think it's at 15. And then, I have a friend that's he's saying he's going to wait till it gets down to 10 and then he's going to buy, which I'm like, it's kind of fucking dumb. And then, what was it? Something went down. Something was down a lot. But my other friend, I haven't bought anything. I'm like, I don't really want to buy anything because I don't really fucking trust everything right now. I don't know if it's a good idea to be doing any of that kind of stuff. But I'm just going to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm going to talk until I go black. And once I go black, and then that's going to be the episode. And then there's probably going to go black, and I'm going to talk a little bit more. And, but then that'll be it. So yeah, what can I say? You know, people who talk on speakerphones in public really annoy the hell out of me. I don't understand why you do it, why you need to do it. Do you not have a headset? Why don't you just buy a headset? You clearly like to talk on the phone, which is fine. Get a little headset, get a Bluetooth. But if you're always talking on it, who gives a hell what other people think about you? Just don't talk out loud on the phone. I don't like it. Why? I don't want to hear it. Why would you want anyone else to hear your conversation anyway? Like, you're calling someone to have a conversation with them, not to have a conversation with you, them, and everyone else in the fucking room. It really irritates me, and like maybe just because like I'm trying to eat and you're doing it when I'm trying to fucking eat, and I'm just like my 30 minutes of peace when I'm working right now, and like it's a crazy time, and you're on the fucking phone talking to your fucking kids, talking to your mom, talking to your dad, talking to your boyfriend or husband. Like, I don't care who you're talking to. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear their voice. I don't want to hear your voice. I barely want to hear your voice. But you're here in the room, and the thing is, like, I would think you'd go in your car, maybe eat, and then like eat a lot, eat quick, and so then you can go to your car, and then you, at that point, when you got to your car, you could call someone and talk to you privately, and then at that point, you know what's also another cool thing at that point? You can also talk on speakerphone because there's no one there to be fucking bothered. It's really annoying, and it's really intrusive to be fucking doing that to people because you do not understand common courtesy. And I get angry at you, I get angry at your mom, I get angry at your dad, I get angry at your grandparents because they didn't teach your fucking parents to teach you that you should not fucking talk to people on the goddamn speakerphone in public. And I am on my soapbox right now, guys. And I am super high on it. And I'm trying to explain that you should act more like me and not do things like that. Thank you, guys. And this was my TED Talk. I'm going to end right now because I don't know when this thing's going to turn off. And but yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on Thursday on the Aaron and John show. Yeah, check that show out now after this show is over. Bye.